Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. Have you ever wanted to make a stew, but you just don't have the time, or you forgot to start your slow cooker, or whatever? Well, I'm going to try to make a stew using all the typical stew ingredients, maybe a few extra things. But we're going to do it in our pressure cooker, and we're going to make a stew that is incredibly flavorful and delicious in probably 30-40 minutes instead of 10 hours. I'm going to do it with this right here. This is pork shoulder country style ribs. Now I want you to pay attention to what I just said. Country style ribs is usually how these are labeled because they cut them and they kind of look like a rib. These aren't ribs. This is pork shoulder, guys. Pork shoulder. Pork shoulder is way different than a rib. So we're going to use this pork shoulder, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to pressure cook it, because if you've ever used country style ribs, you know they're a little tough. So they won't be tough when we finish this up. So we're going to modify our stew a little bit to make it quick and easy. I'm going to use this healthy to reduce sodium version of mushroom soup. If you don't have that, a little chicken broth will do the trick, but we like mushrooms around here, and this soup is a great way to get that mushroom flavor and make life easy, because this is all about quick and easy with the same flavor profile as a slow cook 10-hour, 12-hour stew. And you might not even have thought about a pork for a stew, but give it some thought. You know, normally I would cut up some beef or something, but stew is really any meat that you want to use. I guess in the olden days, this would have been quail or pheasant or something like that. Whatever you could go out there and catch and kill. Today, it's going to be pork. I like these country ribs. And usually I just barbecue them up or something like that. You know, because you got the word rib in there. Not sure why they do that. It has nothing to do with ribs. All right, so we got a little condensed soup in there now. I'm going to fill one of these cans. And I need to get some water in here. Now, we may add more water, depending on the amount of vegetables that we're going to do. But we're going to start with that. Now, there's a lot going on here, as with any stew. I've got a whole lot of vegetables to cut up. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll show you what I'm going to do and then move on. So we're going to take these country style pork ribs, which is really pork shoulder, and we're just going to drop them right down in there. But don't forget, we are pressure cooking today. That is going to get so tender. I've got potatoes. I'm going with russet. I'm going with skin on, because that's the way I like them. I got me a huge red cabbage. We're not going to use it all, but we're going to put some red cabbage in there. I got some celery, and I've got some onion, and I've got some, I picked out these really big fat peppers. I said peppers. Carrots, because in my stew, I like to have soft, larger pieces like this. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to move this thing off out of the way. We're going to get our cutting board and start chopping. Quantities and all that are totally up to you guys. I don't know how much meat you're putting in there. I don't know what kind of meat you might end up with. So we will adjust the water ratio a little later on. But let's get chopping, because this whole idea here is to make this quick and easy. So let's start with quick. And we're going to work on this onion first, because it just happens to be the first thing that I'm going to grab. Let me get you lined up here. Now, we're going to have to check into this water soup situation to make sure we got enough pressure in here, enough liquid to make pressure, and to create a little bit of a base. So let me get this over here so you can see it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dig down. There you go. You see that? You see the liquid? Oh, I hope you can see it. You can see, yeah, you can see it right there. So that is a fair amount of liquid. I think we're good there. I'm gonna do one more final thing to this. Probably already know what I'm grabbing here. Probably the best seasoning on planet Earth. Put a fair amount in there. And that's it, guys. We are heading for the pressure cooker. Let's go. I got an awful lot going on back here today, so I'm just gonna kind of hand hold this, power up, slide it all the way over. If you got this model, if not, you know what to do, how to get it to pressure. Make sure you set your top to seal. Very, very important. Mine defaults to high. Hang on, guys. Mine defaults to high. We got to pick a time. Now, I've got some root vegetables in here. And the pork that I want to get very, very tender. So I'm going to go 30 minutes, probably with about a 10-minute natural meaning after the 30 minutes. I'm just going to let it sit for about 10 more minutes, and then we'll release the pressure. And we'll see you guys back. That is preheat. If you've never seen this before, it's got to bring that water to a boil down there to make steam, to make pressure. Probably, I got a lot of volume going in here. I'm going to say at least 10 to 12 minutes before we even turn on. Okay, here we go. We just came out of the Foodi. These did break down. I've got little pieces of pork all over the place in there, but obviously I'm just gonna, you can see the tenderness of it right there. I'm not even using two hands, just breaking apart. And then we'll just throw it back in and mix everything up. And we are ready to go here. Look how tender that came out. Wow, just falling apart under my knife. Here we go with the pork cut up and mixed in. And that is a really good looking stew. Big, tender chunks. Look at the potato, just breaks apart. Everything cooked perfectly. Quick, easy stew. I'm calling this a slow, fast cooked stew because it's supposed to be slow cooked, but I cooked it really fast. And let's see if we got the same flavors out of it. Which I think we did because of the pressure cook, but let's check it out. All right, let's go for that taste test. Now this is really hot. You can probably see the steam coming off of that. I got a little bit of everything in this bite. Oh my gosh, so tender. So tender, I think I missed a carrot, so we're gonna go in for the carrot. Oh my gosh. It is so easy to pressure cook. Well, do anything in a Ninja Foodi really, but pressure cook is its thing. And man, does it do it good. I would say if I put this bowl in front of somebody and like a crock pot style of the exact same ingredients next to somebody, they probably couldn't tell the difference. And I would almost bet they'd say that the vegetables and the pork in this one were more tender because that's what pressure cook does. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Hit that bell for notifications. Leave me some comments, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you real soon on our next video.